Welcome all. So we have completed July. Now you are left with August, September, October, November, December, and January. Exactly 6 months. What now during the coming 6 months? I know that some of you have completed the syllabus because you might have started early. Some of you might have completed around 30 to 40% of the syllabus, and some students might have completed around 50 to 60% of the syllabus, and some are absolutely new. So I will try my level best to give a strategy for all varieties of students. First, those who have completed all subjects, those who have completed all subjects, now focus on your weak areas. Identify your weak areas where you feel that you are not strong. Consolidate those areas, and you have to expose to more number of tests. I repeat, if you have already completed your syllabus, get exposed to maximum number of tests. And one more thing, you may not be performing well in tests. So tests, even if you get low score, please do not worry, because tests are actually meant to see where you are committing mistakes, identify those mistakes, analyze, do not repeat those mistakes in the next test. I prefer now subject-wise test. So first I'm talking about those students who have already completed their preparation, already completed entire syllabus. Now take as many tests as possible, revise 2 subjects a day, take a subject-wise test, then maintain one diary, then after the examination or after the test, you sit down and write what are the mistakes committed during that particular test. Was it a conceptual mistake? Was it a calculation mistake? Or have you not read the question properly? Or did you not cover that syllabus? These things you have to note down. So next time when you go or when you take the next subject test, identify those things and try to see that those mistakes are not committed. For example, you may be committing calculation mistakes. Read the question properly, and especially with numerical ability type, that is fill in the blank type. Whatever the unit he has asked, put it in the same unit. And sometimes what happens, he may be asking radius, you may be giving diameter. These things are very, very important because simple things are generally complicated. Generally, we tend to neglect or we tend to forget these simple things. Expose to maximum number of tests, especially subject wise. And if you are not doing well in tests, do not worry. Don't compare with others. If you start comparing with others, then definitely you will not do well. You are running your own race. Focus on yourself. What are your mistakes? Identify. See that those mistakes are not repeated. And ऐसा करो, generally, mathematics and aptitude, their weightage is about 30 marks. So daily I request you to practice maths or aptitude, and 2 technical subjects. And this should be the strategy for those students who have already completed their preparation. Get exposed to maximum number of tests. See that you daily you taste some new questions. And please See, when you are doing some new questions, don't see solution first. That is a very bad habit. First, try of your own, because in examination, no one will give you solutions. So you have to try of your own. After that, if you are not in a position to get answer, again you try, then you can see the solution and see where you have committed mistake. So I always tell my students, hunt your own food. We may be doing so many questions in class, but daily at least you have to do some 4 to 5 new questions of your own. Now, those who have completed around 40 to 50% of the syllabus, see whether you have completed these subjects or not. Core subjects, like in mechanical engineering, let's see, we have basic thermodynamics, we have fluid mechanics, we have production, then strength of materials, then we have heat transfer, correct? These are the main areas, and Tom plus vibrations, then mathematics and aptitude. See that you have completed these areas. And I request you to take, once you have completed this, take as many tests as possible. One thing which is important is the state of mind, or the balanced state of mind. You may be coming across few students or your friends. They may be saying like, I have completed 50% syllabus, I have completed the entire syllabus, I have completed 10%, I have completed. So please don't take those words so seriously, because it is their preparation. You have to uh, run, or you have to move on your own path. Do not compare, again I am telling you. Chalo, see that these subjects are completed. किसी हाल में ये subjects complete होना बहुत जरूरी है सर. And of course industrial also. These are the main areas. So main areas. तो ये प्रोडक्शन हो गया, ये थर्मल पोर्शन हो गया, देन डिजाइन पोर्शन में ये होगा दिस. उसके बाद यू कैन फोकस ऑन लाइक एप्लीकेशन ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक्स, मशीन डिजाइन, material science. This you can focus. Okay, now completed subjects must be revised properly. The fundamental problem with most of the students is revision. How to revise? Now I used to follow, and after discussing with so many successful students, I have observed one thing common. The common characteristic among all these toppers is something like this. You know, how to revise, that is the most important problem. You might have covered, for example, first subject, say X subject, you have completed in that subject, you have completed in, say for example, March, April. But till now you have not touched. But definitely, if you do not touch for months together, it will be absolutely new to you. We generally tend to forget. Then how to revise? I used to follow this formula, like 10, 20, 30 formula, or some people also follow 9, 18, 27, multiples of 9 or multiples of 10. What is this? Every ninth day, you have to revise the completed subject. You dedicate some fixed time for the completed subjects. If you think that, even sometimes what happens, running subject, you may be focusing predominantly on the running subject, the one which you are covering. If you are focusing only on that subject, what about completed subjects? That is the problem. So no matter what, every 9th or 10th day, you have to open your completed subject book and just revise. So in revision, what to do? Generally the question is, sir, in revision, if you start reading everything, it will take a lot of time. Yes. When you are when you have started your preparation for that particular subject, initially you might have identified some important theoretical points by underlining or by writing short notes. So next time when you are revising, focus only on those points, important areas which you have underlined, important points which have underlined, maybe with highlighter or maybe with some short notes. These things you have to see, not all. Just like you can scan also, like important points you might have underlined, just turn your pages and focus on those points. Close your eyes and think again. Likewise you have to do. ठीक है सर. उसके बाद what to do after that? Every 10th day you have to do. Dedicate 3 to 4 hours. Now the question is, what about numericals, sir? So theoretical points you cover, by you might have underlined some important points. Then how about numericals? So there are some questions which are very tough for you, and there are some questions which are very easy, which you have solved in just one attempt. So first time when you were preparing, when you solve some questions, certain questions you can do in just first attempt. Those questions are not at all problem. So what you have to do is, questions which are tough, which you were not in a position to solve in first attempt, you underline, you highlight those. Next time when you are revising, focus on those questions only which were tough, which you could not solve. Then you can save time again. So ऐसा करते जाना. Every 10th day, then again after, again like ऐसा करो आप कि 10th day you fix 10th day, it is dedicated only for completed subjects. And if possible, prepare short notes. They will help you a lot. Yesterday, one of my students, he came all the way from Visakhapatnam, Vizag, and he said he got selected in NPCL. And recently one of my students, he came all the way from Tamil Nadu. He is working in Tamil Nadu. He got selected in IES. So he was showing all his notes, and that is the interest I am telling you. He made all short notes and he took, and there was all soft copies he was showing me. All soft copies, short notes of all soft copies of all short notes, all subjects he was showing. And SOM, just 6 to 8 pages. And wherever he used to go, every time we carry mobiles, na? We carry mobiles, na? Yes. So just he used to, like wherever he used to go, maybe traveling or so, just he used to hold and he used to see, revise the formula, that's it. Kahin pe bhi jao, ab you may be going for a walk, sit in park, you will be carrying your mobile na, or laptop ya fir tab, jo bhi hai. Prepare short notes and uska PDF ले लो, short notes का PDF ले लो, and wherever automatic revision होता है. Instead of watching reels, instead of spending time on Instagram, instead of spending time on Facebook, instead of spending time on WhatsApp, ये करो ना. उतना मोबाइल से प्यार है तो ये करो ना. तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा उसका कॉन्सेप्ट. He used to say कि like, sir, I used mobile maximum for my preparation. उसके लिए आप ना लाइव आना भी जरूरी नहीं. When you have your PDF ना, पूरा ऑन मोबाइल डेटा को कट कर देना, इंटरनेट को कट कर देना. So no one will, मतलब मैसेजेस आ रहे या नहीं आ रहे, doesn't matter. So you just focus. आप मोबाइल में रख दीजिए सारे PDFs, और if you want you can carry the hard copy also if you want. That will help you. Short notes. Every 10th day you have to prepare. Every 10th day completed subjects must be done. Now it's a request to all of you. तो 12 घंटे देना ही है. 12 hours you have to give. The reason being, sir, you are focusing on quantity, not quality. हाँ, बात तो सही है सर. 12 घंटे means you are stipulating time, means quantity. The problem is now you are left with only 6 months. You are left with 6 months only. So mechanical engineering syllabus is very vast, and if you do not spend time, we cannot complete the syllabus because the syllabus is very vast. So if you do not put in 12 hours a day, I think it is difficult. So had you started your preparation, say for example in the month of February or March, I would have said now 8 to 9 hours is enough. But अभी मैं बोल रहा हूं जो लोग फ्रेश स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं 12 घंटे पढ़ना ही है. तो टेक एज मेनी टेस्ट एज पॉसिबल. अब ये मत पूछना सर फ्रॉम वेयर आर वी सपोज टू स्टार्ट, कहां से लेना है टेस्ट. यू आस्क योर फ्रेंड्स on Unacademy. We are giving test series. Most of the questions are framed by teachers. तो आप ले सकते सर. Happily you can take and form a small group. एक छोटा सा ग्रुप फॉर्म कीजिए so that you can discuss. That is also very very important. तो मेरा कहने का यह है कि मैथ्स, एप्टीट्यूड, प्रोडक्शन, thermodynamics, then heat transfer, fluid mechanics, strength of materials, theory of motions, vibrations, ये पहले कंप्लीट करो. Of course इंडस्ट्रियल, बाकी के like you can do it. So I am also planning to start a very new subject which I have not taken till now. Already my groundwork, it has been started long back. So I am on the job, and on Teachers Day, that is 5th September, you are going to see something very interesting, because I am working so hard, and that subject can give you huge amount of marks, huge marks. तो हम भी बहुत मेहनत किए सर. तो इट्स ओनली सिर्फ और सिर्फ मेहनत से इज्जत बढ़ती है. Dedicated efforts. Now those who have completed 50% of syllabus, you dedicate your time for revision, you dedicate your time for new subject. Parallelly both should run. Now those who have not started yet, अभी कोई start भी नहीं किए, उनके लिए क्या है सर? अभी fresh, शायद maybe you would have started some 10-15 days back. Focus on core areas. Focus on core areas like production, thermodynamics, heat transfer, then fluid mechanics, theory of machines. ये subjects पे पहले focus करो सर. SOM, these are very very important. First focus on this. Plus maths aptitude. देखो सर, मैं एक नया सब्जेक्ट शुरू करने जा रहा हूं, उसके लिए I purchased so many textbooks. On my working area, on my working table, you'll be seeing those books only. Naya subject. So definitely the complete team is working hard. So please unnecessary time waste mat karna. Something like discussions with your friends, unnecessary political discussions, unnecessary those things which do not matter. इस टाइम पे जो इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है उसको निकाल देना सर. कोई भी कुछ भी बोलने दो. योर फ्रेंड्स में भी सेइंग, योर रिलेटिव्स में भी सेइंग, कट ऑल दोस थिंग्स. अपना एम पे फोकस करना. सिर्फ फोकस ऑन योर एम. एंड यू नो माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, अभी कैसा है देखो, प्लीज लुक एट. जैसा अब ट्रेंड चल रहा है, इफ यू सी 2021-22 से ट्रेंड कुछ अलग हुआ सर. क्वालिटी पेपर्स आर कमिंग. गेट के क्वालिटी पेपर्स आ रहे सर. तो यू हैव टू वर्क इन दैट फैशन ओनली. मतलब जितना क्वालिटी देंगे आप कंटेंट पे, कॉन्सेप्ट पे फोकस करो प्लीज. और एक रिक्वेस्ट है सर, PYQ सॉल्व करना कोई गलत बात नहीं है सर, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है सर. सम स्टूडेंट्स आस्क मी, सॉल्विंग PYQs इज नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम, बट without studying the concerned theory, without studying concepts, if you are just focusing on PYQs, it is suicidal, it is very dangerous, my dear students. You have to understand things properly, you have to read things properly. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है सर. रटना बहुत डेंजर है सर. by hearting and doing same PYQs नहीं आते सर. Once you learn concepts, after conceptual understanding, once you study theory properly, then you apply that theory to numericals. I have seen some students covering the entire syllabus, relying only on PYQs, just PYQs, I have covered all the syllabus. I found them getting 35 to 38 marks, around 40. But those students, they have not completed the entire syllabus, but whatever the syllabus they have completed, they completed in a systematic conceptual manner. I found them getting more marks, 50 plus. तो फोकस ऑन कॉन्सेप्ट्स रादर देन. और एक बात है सर, आई वॉज इंटरेक्टिंग विथ सो मेनी स्टूडेंट्स, सो मेनी टॉपर्स, सिंगल डिजिट रैंकर्स. Most of the students said only one thing: if you cannot give time, if you are expecting things overnight, for example, you start your preparation and say, I want the result in 3 months, I want the result in 6 months. ऐसा नहीं होगा सर, because ये life का question है सर. If you want something stable in life, if you want something big, if you want something great in life, you have to invest your time. Overnight things will not happen. They cannot. So I was interacting with one of the students who got All India first rank in GATE. What he said, if you are giving more time for preparation, that means you are on the right path. For a particular subject, if you are giving more time, it means you are, I'm not saying एक subject 10 महीने, no. Big subjects, they must be given time. Because there are some subjects which are applications. Applications आप फटाफट complete कर लेंगे. For example, RAC, IC engines, like power plant. If your thermo is good, in 2-3 days you can complete. Basic subjects must be given emphasis. तो टाइम देना, ये मत सोचना कि जल्दी कंप्लीट करना है, जल्दी कंप्लीट करना है. इफ यू स्टार्ट कंप्लीटिंग द सिलेबस फास्टर विदाउट अंडरस्टैंडिंग प्रॉपरली, करके भी वेस्ट है सर मेरे हिसाब से. एंड आई हैव सीन दो स्टूडेंट्स हु सिक्योर्ड गुड रैंक्स. They gave time, they invested lot of time, एक सब्जेक्ट को they have given much time. तो ये आपको करना है सर. If you think that so I'm investing so much time, ये ऐसा सोचो मत सर. Core subjects must be given. तो आप जितना हो सके उतना टाइम देना और conceptual learning पे emphasis देना. Then you attack questions. Preferably ऐसा करो आप, वॉट एवर द टेक्स्ट बुक्स यूर टीचर सजेस्ट, जो भी बुक्स आपके टीचर सजेस्ट करते हैं उसके एक्सरसाइज क्वेश्चंस, या इफ नॉट एक्सरसाइज एटलीस्ट सॉल्व क्वेश्चंस करो. बट इफ यू डू नॉट हैव टाइम, सो इट मे नॉट बी पॉसिबल फॉर यू टू डू एक्सरसाइज क्वेश्चंस, कोई बात नहीं सर. बट एटलीस्ट इन अ टेक्स्ट बुक, आफ्टर द कंप्लीशन ऑफ एवरी चैप्टर, ही विल बी सॉल्विंग सम क्वेश्चंस, solved examples. At least वो करो सर आप. But don't see their solution. When you are solving those new questions, think that the answer is not given, the solution is not given. You try of your own. देखो मैं एक बात बताता हूं सर. Simply watching video. आजकल स्टूडेंट्स क्या करते हैं, सर आई हैव कंप्लीटेड द सिलेबस, आई हैव वॉच्ड ऑन 2x स्पीड, आई हैव वॉच्ड ऑन 1.5x स्पीड, आई हैव वॉच्ड ऑन 1.75 स्पीड. Sir, today I watched 7 videos, 7 classes. What is the use? Unless and until there is a paperwork. Physically, when you are not solving a question, only virtually you are solving. Sir ने solve किया, आपने भी YouTube पे देखा और कहीं पे देखा, solutions scroll करते जा रहा है, बस उसका PDF देखे ऐसा करना है ऐसा. But the real problem is, देखो, I'll tell you a simple example. So this is very, very important. Now I'll tell you, listen carefully. You have not, you don't know driving. Imagine, car ho ya bike ho jo bhi hai. Just I'll tell, just press the clutch pedal, then put the first gear, then just accelerate. I'll give you, then just move slowly, leave the clutch. Then slowly you accelerate, maintain that coordination. And you say, yes, I understood everything. Now I ask you to drive. Whatever theory I gave you understood. Now I ask you to drive. You will not. You will be doing that only when you practice once or twice or thrice. So isliye, most of the students, even in class, I feel very sorry for that. I always carry my own calculator. आपने देखते हैं, During my regular classes, I carry my own calculator and I'll be solving in class itself. लेकिन आजकल के students, थोड़े high-fi students, just they rely on others. So someone is giving answers, they will just keep quiet. हाँ, chips खाते हुए बस खत्म. सर ये नहीं होता है सर, ऐसा आपका सिलेक्शन ही नहीं होता है. You have to be very serious. Physically you should calculate and then you should solve. You should write your notes. Questions must be solved by you and just don't see our solutions. So in every chapter, take a standard textbook and just focus on solved examples. But those solved examples, you should not see their solutions. You should do of your own. When you do not get answer, you try again. Even if you do not get in your second attempt, then you see their solutions. इससे क्या होता है ना, in examination, you will always see new questions. You always see new questions, sir. You always see new questions. So when you start doing new questions of your own, your teacher may be doing some 30-40 questions in say one chapter. But वो सर टीचर ने करवाया, आपको खुद करना है. If you want to do it, at least every chapter, 5 to 6 new questions you have to do it. And first you focus on accuracy. You may be, देखो, initially itself when you learn driving, you cannot go on, you cannot move at 80 km per hour, 90 km per hour, 100 km per hour. Speed पे ध्यान नहीं देंगे सर. First you will be focusing on accuracy. What do you mean by accuracy? Neat driving. Once you know how to control everything, then speed will come automatically. If you do not know basics of driving, if you go at high speed, there will be an accident. So first, doesn't matter whether you take more time in solving each question, but primarily you focus on accuracy. Accuracy. Once you focus on accuracy, once you are sure that you are doing questions without committing errors or mistakes, then slowly you focus on accuracy and speed. One more thing. If you are depending on shortcut methods, it is my personal observation, I may be wrong also. ये मेरा personal observation है, इसको आप ले भी सकते नहीं भी ले सकते. When someone is giving shortcuts, ठीक है, थोड़े हद तक limited extent के लिए shortcuts are good. But if you are simply depending on shortcuts, you have to remember. Remembering means without analyzing things, if you remember, it is waste. So if someone is developing shortcuts and telling you, you try to understand what is the logic behind. If you know the logic behind those shortcuts, it will be better. But without knowing logics, and if you are simply remembering, ऐसे कितने याद रखेंगे? 15 subjects है. So shortcut methods must be developed by a student himself or herself. थोड़े shortcuts आप ले सकते हैं दूसरों से, लेकिन every time when you are searching for shortcut, it is very dangerous, my dear students. तो अब to sum up all the things, मैं एक ही बात बता रहा हूं. Focus on as many subjects as possible. मतलब daily 2 subjects. Try to complete maximum, at least maximum नहीं तो 80% तो syllabus complete करना. देखो सर, आजकल ना 60 marks is also giving you. We have seen around 1200 rank. One of my students got selected in NPCL. तो please जितना होगा accurate कर लो. 60 plus marks, I think जैसा ट्रेंड चल रहा है, unless and until कुछ extraordinary हो, otherwise ये 60 to 65 marks is a good score, present trend. तो practice as many questions as possible, daily exposed to new questions, prepare short notes, and when you are traveling, when you are going somewhere, when you are walking, when you are on a walk, like whatever it may be, just revise. Every 10th day, completed subject. And what are the things to be done during revision? Only important points which you have underlined, वो देखना है, not everything. Formulae देखना है, then important questions करना है. 10th day should be dedicated for completed subject. If you are not doing that, you will forget everything. So definitely we will support you, and I am working so hard for my new subject. Very hard sir. रात 1-2 बजे तक पढ़ रहा हूं, तो शायद बहुत अच्छा होगा वो, ऐसा उम्मीद तो है सर, बिकॉज आई एम रेफरिंग सो मेनी टेक्स्ट बुक्स, तो स्टैंडर्ड टेक्स्ट बुक्स, अच्छा थेरेटिकल क्वेश्चंस. So, and 31st July, tomorrow, new batches are starting. And you know, अब ये now or never, 31st new batches are starting. And not only the price is at its best, मतलब everything is perfect now. So, अगर आप डिसाइड कर लिए गेट के लिए प्रिपेयर करना है, कम, वी आर देयर टू सपोर्ट यू. जो भी प्रॉब्लम है हम कोशिश करेंगे सॉल्व करने के लिए. ऑल द बेस्ट, गुड लक. थैंक यू माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स.